for another blessed day. Y'all already know it's King T420 SCC back. And this is Smoking with the King. Forgive me, I'm a little frustrated. I ain't even get to light the blunt yet because I was trying to fucking set some shit up with this fucking... Man... Sometimes content creation can be very fucking frustrating for all of y'all who don't know. But for those of you who do know, y'all get it. Y'all get the gist of this shit. So, with that being said, let's jump off into the show. How's everybody doing, Smoke Gang? I'm working on smoking. I'm working on smoking. My show started off a little rocky because I was trying to set the shit up. And I don't know if the shit set up right. So I'm sitting here going through all this shit, trying to see what the freak is happening as I'm getting ready to load up and start the show. And this shit wasn't going right. Yep, just like I figured. So, we're not even going to worry about that. We're not going to let this Friday be a crazy Friday. We finna get right off into the show. I got some good shit for y'all today. For those of y'all who see the title, y'all already know what's going down. I already put together a great show. I done wrote out some stuff for y'all so I can give y'all some stuff. Yeah, let me put the blunt out. Let's just get to it. Let's just get to it. You feel me? Let us just get to it. It's not what I did. But there we go. There we go. I told y'all this show, this little episode started a little rough because I was trying to get some stuff set up with OBS and Restream and trying to get everything set the right way. I'm not even sure if it's set up the right way. I just had to start because I was already a couple minutes late. Y'all know I ain't one of the people, I'm on color people time. You know, I could be a little late. How you mad I'm late? Nah, I ain't one of them niggas. I don't like to be late at all. I don't never like to be late. I like to always be on time. Fresh, dressed, on time, ready to go. Ready to work, ready to do whatever it is I'm there to do. Whatever the purpose for me being there, I'll be ready. So, I was a little upset, a little frustrated that the live started a little late. Right? But we gonna get into it. Let's just get into it, right? It's always when I got a title like this, it seems like everything just be going its own way, right? Anyway, so let's finish. Let's get started. We ain't even got started yet. I'm talking about let's finish. See? Just go to show you. Let's get started. King James Version, first verse, Galatians 6 and 9. Yep, I did it again. I did a whole run back, but I got to run back for a reason. Because see, some of y'all will see one breakdown of a scripture, and y'all will think that's the full and only breakdown of the scripture. Whenever you read a scripture, know there are multiple ways to look at that scripture and multiple reasons to use that scripture in your life. But back to what I said. Galatians 6 and 9, King James Version. Let's get it. And let us not be weary in well-doing. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Yep, we all know that one. I just read that one last week, I think, or the week before, one of them. But I gave y'all a different breakdown for it than I'm going to give y'all today because y'all need a different view, a different perspective of what that verse really means. Right? Because it has many, many meanings. Let us not become weary in doing good. For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. That's the NIV version, Galatians 6 and 9. So let's read the second verse. Proverbs 24:10, King James Version. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. I'm gonna read the NIV because I know y'all really like, what? King, what do that mean? So the NIV, Proverbs 24:10, and it reads, if you falter in a time of trouble, how small is your strength? How small is your strength for real? How strong are you? If every, you know what, I ain't even going, I was finna go there because I be going there. I go there a lot and I go there fast. But how small is your strength? Like really, how small is your strength? If you falter in the time, every time you see some trouble, your strength just give in on you, right? So let's start with the show breakdown. All right, Smoke Gang. Tonight's show is about the people who say they want to win. This show, tonight's show, is about the people who constantly tell you that they want to win, but keep choosing quitting behavior. Yeah, I said it. Because people always telling you they want to win. It's somebody somewhere right now telling you they're going to be a champion, telling you they'll never give up, I don't quit. They always saying all these things. They talking like they are true winners. But their actions, that's what I tell you all the time, talk is cheap. Their actions, right? So, the people who say they want to win but keep choosing quitting behavior. People who say they want success but do not want the pressure that comes along with it. See, a lot of people say they want to have success and they want to be rich and they want to own their own business. They want their businesses to take off. And there's a lot of people that want all these good things out of life, right? But the truth is about wanting these good things is that's just it. A lot of people want these good things, but they don't want to put in the work that goes with getting these good things. And they don't want to deal with the pressure that comes with building these good things. Because see, in the midst of going through all of whatever it is you're going through in the midst of your build, you may go through a whole lot of tribulation, a whole lot of trial. You may catch a whole lot of hiccups. You may see a whole lot of hurdles. But that's all a part of the building process. That's all a part of the pressure that's weighing on you and laying on you to see if you're going to give up, to see if you're going to be a quitter, to see if it's your time, if you're going to shine, or if you're going to, you know what, I can't handle this, right? People who claim they want help, but too prideful to go ask for it. People all the time can talk to their people and be like, yeah, man, you know, I'm over here in this situation, man. I don't know, ain't nobody ever coming over here doing nothing for me. Don't nobody be doing nothing for me, so I'm just over here like this and shit, man. I'm working on figuring it out, though. I'm doing the best I can, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, did you ask somebody, could they help you? No, you know, I ain't asking nobody, can they help me? Every time I ask somebody, you know, I get this, they always telling me, and always talking down, you know. So I just don't be asking nobody for help no more, you know. Forget all that asking for help shit. Just ask. And you know what, when you hear somebody talk like that, you really can't blame them for talking like that, right? Because most of the time people ask people for help. It don't matter if you in a good position or not. It don't matter if they in a good position or not. Most of the time people ask people for help. People turn their nose up at them. They look down on them. They talk trash to them. And after all of that, they still tell them no. So it'd be like, what's the purpose of going to ask a motherfucker will they help me? What's the purpose of going to ask a motherfucker, will they, you know, can they do something for me? When in all actuality, every time a nigga asks them for something, they got some smart shit to say or you know what I'm saying? They turn their nose up at a nigga. So it's like, yo, I'm going to just keep rocking out. And so sometimes people feel like that because when people go to people for help, people don't extend the helping hand as we supposed to, right? Instead of extending the helping hand, they close the door on them. It's just how it go, right? People who talk like they're willing to do the work, but their actions tell a different story. The people I was just talking about. They're always talking about, yeah, nigga, you know, I got this, I do this shit. Nigga, I'm on top, I don't quit, nigga, we don't give up. Who you thought I was? What you thought was happening here? This, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. All this good talk shit, because they talking. Nobody is putting in the work. Talk is cheap. Where are the actions that pay the bills? The talk is just talk. It's going to always and forever be just talk. And that's why the people who doing the talking about wanting to do something or wanting to be something, or yeah, I think I could do this. I'm telling you, I be envisioning myself. Those people, most of the time, they are just that. They just talkers. Because most of the time, people who are actually going to put in the work, people who got the actions to come behind what they talking about, they actually doing the work. They looking for different ways to figure out how to get the work done. They looking for different ways to figure out how to build whatever it is that they're working on building. They not just saying, yeah, man, I can see myself doing that. Shit, I don't know, man. I think I might actually blow up if I was to try to do that. I don't know. Is you gonna try and do it? I don't know, man. I might try to do it. I don't know. Talkers. You gotta know the difference between people who gonna actually put in the work and people who just gonna talk you to death. Because there's some people out here who will literally talk you to death just because they ain't got nothing better to do. In their spirit, they lukewarm. They ain't hot or cold. You can talk them this way and that way. They all right, cool. Because they ain't grounded. They ain't rooted. They don't have faith in their own works. But before we go, let's get back to the scriptures. Galatians 6 and 9, King James Version. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. Yep, I know y'all should be used to that one. The NIV, Galatians 6 and 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So what does that mean? What is this telling us, right? So I gave y'all one breakdown for this verse last week or the week before. Now here's a different one from a different perspective. It is telling us that the reward is connected to endurance. See, a lot of y'all don't know what endurance means. Endurance means you have to run the whole race. You can't give up. You gotta have endurance to push forward. You can't just lay there and quit. You can't give in and say, fuck it, I'm gonna just die here. You can't do that. That's not endurance. Endurance means you take the hurt and you take the pain and you swallow that shit and you get back up and you keep pushing forward. You don't stop pushing forward. See, because once you stop pushing forward, you done already turned your back on the reward. The reward comes from the endurance. The more you push forward and the more you endure while you're pushing forward, the bigger the reward will be. And it's not going to be big just because you endured. It's going to be big because while you're enduring, you're actually doing the work. You're putting in the effort. You're putting in the work. You're learning this skill. You're learning that skill. You're gaining information and knowledge to go with what you're doing. You're doing the work. And that's exactly why the endurance, the reward from the endurance will be huge. Because not only are you enduring, again, you're gaining all these new skills and new traits, all this new knowledge, all this new information to go with what you're working on, right? So it becomes a bigger thing than what it even started off as. It might have started off as one thing, but having to endure all the things that you had to endure before you get to the reward, it may end up becoming something even greater than you even fathomed. but you have to endure in order to find out where it is going. Let's finish. All right. Now here's a different one from a different perspective. It is telling us that the reward is connected to endurance. You do not get to quit halfway through. You do not get to quit halfway through the process and still complain about the harvest never coming. How can you complain halfway through the process about the harvest never coming and you quit? That's exactly what I was telling you about a few seconds ago when I was telling you about endurance. The endurance means you don't quit. So you cannot be the person who sit down, complain about the process, complain about what's happening halfway through the project. You still got another half a project to go. It's other people working on it with you, and they looking at you over there in the corner, complaining, crying, whining. Oh, I ain't doing it no more. I quit. I'm done. I'm going home. And they like, well, shit. If you go home, that's on you. But we halfway through, and we gonna finish the process. We gonna make sure the progress that we're making is not for nothing. We're gonna make sure that we endure until the end, so we can reap the reward, right? So the one that's sitting there crying and whining and complaining, and that's not going to continue all the way until the end of the process, that person never reaped the reward. But they always want to complain about, I did all this work, I put in all that work, I did so much, I did all. You apparently didn't do enough. You only got halfway through and then you quit. A lot of y'all get halfway through something and then you quit. Some of y'all don't even get halfway through before y'all quit. Some of y'all just be right there slightly past 15% and be like, shit, this shit hard. I be wondering to myself, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I was growing up, I used to look back at my daddy and them time when my daddy and them was growing up, and I would be like, damn, I probably couldn't have lived back then, because they lived through a lot of shit. Like, I'd have probably got killed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an honest dude. Like, they'd have probably killed me, because I'm not finna be putting up with niggas putting their hands on me and talking trash. Like, what I'm saying is the racism that my father and my mother and my grandmother and all them dealt with when they was growing up in the past, I'm not sure I would have been able to endure that. Right? But they did, right? But the children that we have today, I look at them and think like, damn, y'all probably wouldn't have been able to make it in the era that I grew up in. In the era that I grew up in, it wasn't even more so hard. It was more so a struggle because they dropped the drugs in our community and all the fathers and the mothers got to splitting up and homes became single parent homes and you know, all the kids wasn't making it to school. All the kids didn't look fly. All the kids wasn't getting the education. So it was a lot of things going on in the area that I grew up in. But I'm sure, I'm absolutely positive that the kids in this area should be able to grow up in the area that I grew up in because it wasn't that bad. It made us a little tough because we actually got whoopings and things like that from our parents, but we endured. You see what I'm saying? These kids nowadays, they not built like we was built when we came out in the 80s. Shit, they not even built like the kids that y'all had in the 90s. These kids that y'all had in these 2000s, these 2000 kids, man, I feel sorry for y'all parents, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. One, because y'all don't get to discipline y'all kids the way y'all supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You will see your kid doing something, and then you will discipline them the way they allow you to discipline them, and your kid keep doing it. So now you looking around asking questions like, well, if I can't beat the little motherfucker ass, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Because they keep doing the same little fucked up shit. Right? When we was growing up, we got our ass beat. We didn't just get our ass beat by our parents. We got our ass beat by the people up and down the street. We got our ass beat by the people around the corner. Like, it was a whole community. So I understand that it take a village thing, but it wasn't like it was a village. It was just, we was a community. The black community, that little community is stuck together. The parents called each other, all the other parents, like, yo, your kid around here doing this, I'm finna fuck him up, go ahead. Yo, I'm finna send your kid home, beat their ass before I send them, though they was doing this. All right, go ahead. See, that was the era that we grew up in. But this era that these kids are growing up in, they're not gonna be able to endure nothing. They're not gonna be able to handle no struggle. They're not gonna be able to deal with no trials, no tribulations. Every hurdle is gonna slow down. Because they didn't come from where we came from. Where we came from, we literally had to, we might have had to go up and down the street fighting with one of our actual friends. You know what I'm saying? These people don't come outside. Y'all kids don't come outside no more. They'll never learn how to endure the real world because man. Anyway, this is why so many people out here quitting nowadays, because they cannot endure the come up. We're not even gonna call it the struggle no more. We're gonna say they can't endure the come up, because that's what it is. In the midst of the come up, shit start off at the bottom. I don't know why y'all motherfuckers think motherfuckers come up and they just was rich in the beginning. Like, no. When motherfuckers coming up, they start at the bottom. Most motherfuckers that come up start off broke, then a motherfucker literally with zero. They have to go and network. They have to go and find people who they can network with. They have to go and find sponsors. They have to go and find supporters. They have to go and find people that's going to pour into them because they see the vision that this person has. They're like, yeah, I can help you build that. You know what I'm saying? Endurance. You will reap the reward if you endure the hardship. A lot of y'all are scared to endure the hardship. You can't be scared to endure the hardship. I remember when I was growing up, they had a song out called Hard Body or something. Tripped me out. Like, yeah, nigga, you got a hard body because all the shit you done been through, nigga. You be scrapping every other motherfucking day, nigga. You running and jumping fences, running from the police, nigga. You know what I'm saying? In school, you gotta argue and fight with the teachers and shit. See, when I was growing up, shit was different. It was just different. This is why the people who grew up in the 80s, who was born in the 80s, this is why we can handle and endure so much stuff. Because we had to endure struggle as a child. So when we grew up, we adapted. We learned how to struggle. We learned how to sacrifice. We learned how to manage money. We learned how to, oh, I can eat this and I can put this with that and that'll make a meal. We learned how to endure, right? A lot of these kids not going to reap the rewards from endurance because they'll never be able to endure. They're not strong as we were. I'm sorry to tell you, and I know it's y'all kids and all that. I'm not talking down on them, but I'm saying y'all got to toughen them up before it's too late. Y'all got to toughen them up before it get too late, because the world will swallow their ass like a shark. Facts. Let's continue. And still complain about the harvest never coming. Some people stop watering the seed, stop showing up, stop doing the work, then act surprised and confused when nothing grows. You can't stop doing the work. You can't stop watering the seeds. You can't stop going out there making sure ain't no pests out there eating up your little garden. You can't stop going out there tilling the soil. You got to do all this when you want to reap the harvest. It gets tiring. It takes a strong person to go through without support, without help, only enduring on your own motivation and your own resilience. It takes a lot. A lot of y'all ain't got it. A lot of y'all quit way too soon. I do mean way too soon. A lot of y'all, and to me it's sad, because a lot of y'all have a lot of good traits. A lot of y'all have a lot of good characteristics. And a lot of y'all have y'all have great talents that y'all are really good at. But y'all hit that one little hurdle. Y'all come to that one little tribulation And it seemed like it's so hard to you that you just quit. You just give up. And people that sit back and look and watch y'all be like, damn, it's fucked up that they quit because they was really good at what they was doing. Like, I thought they was going to make it. A person to see you and be like, yo, I really did think they were going to make it because I seen them in the beginning putting in the effort, but when the effort slow down, when you stop pushing to endure what you're going through, you quit. And make sure you remember that when you stop pushing to go through what you're going through, you can never endure. Because only you can push through to endure. But let's continue, right? God is saying, do not faint. Keep doing good. Keep building. Keep showing up. It get hard. It get rough. The road get tiring. It be like everything is weighing on you and shit like that. God telling you to keep going. The reward comes from your endurance. If you quit in the middle of the race, you are the loser. It doesn't matter if you be like, well, shit, I ran half the race. Who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a fuck you ran half the race. You geeked us all up. We watched you train for 2 months and came out here and stood out here in this motherfucking weather with your ass hot in the motherfucker, cold in the motherfuckers, rain, whatever the fuck. To watch you quit in the middle of the motherfucking race, you got me fucked up. And that's exactly what it is. A lot of y'all quitting. Y'all not pushing through. You got to endure for the reward. You will reap the reward. You just got to endure the hardship that come with reaping. Let's finish though. The harvest comes in due season, but only if you do not give up before it gets here. Listen, I know it get rough. I know it get hard. I know some days it be like, shit, I don't know what we gonna eat. Some days it be like, shit, I don't know if I got enough gas to make it to work. I know some days it be like, shit, when my kids get out of school, I don't know how I'm gonna pick them up. Shit, I don't even know how I'm gonna make it home from. It get hard. But trust me, it turn around in a blink of an eye. All because of your endurance. All because you didn't give up. All because you kept your faith and you knew no matter what you was going through, no matter how hard the hardship was, you was gonna see the other end of this shit. Because you're not a quitter. You wasn't going to give up and just give in. Like, no, I can't make it. I can't do this. Because that's not who you was. And that's why. So think back to all the times when you was a kid, right? Or younger, a teenager, young adult, when you was growing up, right? And you wanted something really bad. Sometimes you had to go through all these little obstacles to get it. Right? And some of those obstacles wasn't fun. Let's just be honest. Some of them obstacles really wasn't fun. They was fucked up. They like made you like, shit, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but you kept going and pushing anyway, and you finally accomplished what you was trying to accomplish, and you reaped your reward. You cannot tell me you didn't feel extremely good that you had overcame all those hardships and reaped the reward. But that ain't what I really wanted to say. What I really wanted to say is when you look back and you look at all those hardships you was going through, right? The first thought you had when you first hit those hardships is, damn, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. So we all got to remember that no matter how far we come in life, our mindset, as long as we got the mindset that I will overcome, no matter the obstacle, we will and we can endure until we reap the reward. It's just how it goes, right? You cannot quit and win at the same time. You got to pick one. You got to pick one. You either a winner or a quitter. It's just that simple. Okay. Proverbs 24:10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So we're going to read the NIV verse, and then I read the breakdown for y'all because I like to give y'all the true meaning of what we really got going on. Let's go with it. Proverbs 24:10 out of the NIV, and it reads, if you falter in a time of trouble, how small is your strength? Right? So let's get to it. Smoke Gang, this one hits hard because it exposes people when life gets uncomfortable. There we go. There we go right there. That's what that verse meant. How small is your strength? Every time you hit an obstacle in life, you quit, you give up. You say, you know what? This wasn't meant for me. It's just not my time. You want to go back around and do something easier. You know what? I'm going to go do this because this was easier. I don't even want to do this shit no more. What you talking about? Why you always giving up so easy? Why you a quitter? Should I label you a quitter? I mean, because that's what quitters do. They just quit. They don't want to endure. They don't want to push forward. They don't want to think how to solve the problem. That's why men are problem solvers, because women don't really want to put effort into thinking about how to solve the actual problem. They're like, shit, my man don't do that. I ain't gonna worry about that. And that's what we do. As a man, that's what we do. We problem solvers. As a man, you gotta endure. You can't give up. You can't quit. You can't be like, you know what, I can't fucking do this shit. You gotta call for help when you can't do that shit. Or you gotta go and look up some new information. Shit. You can't quit though. As a man, you can't quit. Let's continue though. Anybody can talk big when nothing is happening, but adversity shows what is really in you. Whenever we hit adversity, whenever a person goes through adversity, whenever a person sees a trial or a tribulation, a hurdle or obstacle that seems too big for them to cross, one or two things happens. One, they're going to think to themselves, let me figure out a way to overcome this obstacle. Those are the people who don't quit. Those are the people who make it to the end, to the finish line. Those are the people who actually reap their rewards. Or two, these people, they never make it. In fact, most of them probably cheated their way through school, right? Because they quitters. So they seen the obstacle, and the first thing they said, damn, I ain't got nobody here to help me cross this obstacle. I'm going to get over this barrier. You know what, fuck it, I'm going to just go back. I'll let somebody else do it. Because quitters don't have that grind in them. They don't have the mindset that winners got. They don't have that willpower to be like, I got to figure this shit out. This shit can't stop me. Quitters don't think like that. Quitters complain. Why the fuck is this fucking obstacle even here? Who the fuck would say this some shit that we had to do in order to fucking get over there? I don't know how to do that shit. Because that's what quitters do. Quitters complain. Quitters whine. They cry. Oh man, ain't nobody ever taught me, man. Man, you grew up, you had two parents, man. Man, y'all got 4, 5 brothers and sisters. Y'all don't understand. That's because quitters are always looking for a reason to quit. That's what quitters do. You cannot quit and win at the same time. You gotta pick one. Winners are not finna sit back and complain. Winners don't have the time to sit back and complain. Let me repeat that. Winners do not sit back and complain. Whenever a winner comes to an obstacle, their mind immediately starts working on, how do I overcome the obstacle? I don't care if I got to do it on my own. I don't care if I got to call somebody and get some help. I don't care if I got to go and look it up on YouTube, on Google, on Siri, Alexa, whatever it takes for me to figure out how to get past whatever it is, that's what I'm going to do. Y'all got to stop acting like every little obstacle slow you down. Every little obstacle is such a big barrier that you can't go forward no more. Every little obstacle that you encounter breaks your endurance. That's why you'll never reap the reward. Before we go, matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, that's why you'll never reap the reward. Right? Okay. Let's go with it. If every little obstacle makes you quit, complain, disappear, have a tantrum, point fingers, or blame others, then the issue is not the obstacle. Oh, y'all didn't think I was going to double down on that shit? Yes! If everything you do make you want to be a quitter, if every time you come up against a hurdle, if every time you come up against an obstacle, a trial, a tribulation, it makes you want to quit, and you do, you are a quitter. You are not the type of person who are supposed to win in life because you don't have the heart to continue to find a way to go forward. You got to continue to want to grow, continue to want to go, continue to learn, gain information, gain knowledge to figure out how to overcome the obstacle. I be listening to one of my mentors, right? His name Myron Golden. I'm an affiliate. I got all his affiliate links on my webpage. Just go check them out. Myron always say that it's circumstantial factors and it's deciding factors, right? So, circumstantial factors are like the hurdles or the trials or the tribulations. But the deciding factors are you saying you're going to figure it out or you choosing to quit. If you choose to quit, you done already decided that whatever that is too much for you. You can't handle it. If you choose to quit, you done already told yourself, I'm not good enough. I never was. If you choose to quit, you done already said to yourself, I'm really a quitter. I don't know why I ever thought that I can do something like this anyway. See, y'all give up on yourself. And then y'all wonder why everything be going the way it be going in the world. It don't be because the world be against you. It don't be because other people be against you. It be because you be against yourself. Y'all like to half-ass shit. Y'all like to cut corners. Y'all like to find the fastest route because y'all lazy. Y'all quitters. Y'all don't like to endure. Y'all don't like to go through the hardships that it takes to get to the place where you want to go to. Everybody got to endure the hardships that they got to endure to get to where they're working on getting to. You ain't special. You ain't nobody different than nobody else. We all unique. We all different. But we all got hardships that we got to endure to get to where we want to be. Where we're working on getting to. Y'all got to stop that, man. The issue is the strength, discipline, willpower, and mindset in you. That's what the issue is. When you don't have the strength, the discipline, the willpower, and the mindset to go forward, to know I'm going to figure it out regardless, to know that I'm just not a quitter. I just don't quit, so I got to do what needs to be done. I got to figure it out. I got to come up with a way. I got to find an understanding. I got to call. Listen, I'm finna call and get some help. If I got to call and ask one of my partners, if I got to call and ask somebody that knows somebody, if I got whatever the case, whatever need to be done, I'm going to get it done. Because God didn't put me here and tell me, yo, son, it's something that you can't do. That's not what he said. He said you can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens you. So guess what? Whenever it's an obstacle or a hurdle or anything that I feel like it's a bit much, I pray and ask God, give me the strength and give me understanding so I can overcome it. Because I ain't gonna never let nothing stop me. Nothing. Before we go. Trouble is not always there to destroy you. And that's the other thing y'all think. A lot of y'all think trouble come your way because God trying to slow you down, or God don't want you to go this way, or why God do this to me? Why me? Right? And that be the funny thing, because in God's eyes, God be like, I put that hurdle there because I need you to learn something extra to continue to go forward where you wanted to go. And instead of going to learn something extra that I wanted you to learn, you quit. You showed me you was a quitter. You prayed to go this way. You begged me to get you down this path. As soon as I get you down this path, now you gonna give up? How? Why would you do something like that? I didn't bring you all the way here for you to give up. I didn't bring you all the way here so you can be like, yo, God, why am I here? What is the purpose? I don't think I can make it no more. I just can't endure. Quitters. Fucking quitters. Trouble is not always there to destroy you. Sometimes trouble is there to reveal you to you. To show you if you have what it takes to go forward, or if you are a quitter and you're just going to give up. Sometimes God put trouble in our way because we need to know if we can endure what it is. We need to know if we can stand up to where we're going. A lot of y'all put yourselves in other people's shoes because y'all want to be them people, but y'all don't know what all they had to do to get to where they got to. Y'all don't know what all they had to endure to get to where they are now. Y'all don't know all the struggles they had. Y'all don't know all the trials and tribulations they had. Y'all don't know all the things they had to overcome. Y'all don't know all the obstacles they went through. Y'all don't know what they had to put up with to get where they are. But a lot of y'all want to be where they are. A lot of y'all want to be in their situations. A lot of y'all want to be in their shoes. And you can't do that. A lot of y'all don't want to go through the hardships that they had to go through to get to where they are. A lot of y'all feel like they where they at because they made life easy for them. They made life easy for themselves. That's where they are right now. No. They made life easy for them right now. But they had to push through and endure for years before they got there. They had to go through some stuff that y'all ain't seen them go through. They had to deal with some things that y'all ain't even know that they dealt with. They had to overcome some things in themselves that you didn't even know that they was dealing with in themselves. But they dealt with it. They overcame it and they jumped over all the hurdles. They dealt with all the trials, went through all the tribulations, the obstacles they got past. And now they are the person that you look at talking about saying, yeah, I want to be like them. In order to be like them, you got to be strong enough to deal with your own obstacles. In order to be like them, you got to be strong enough to endure your own hardships. In order to be like them, you got to learn to understand that there's not always an easy way out. See, winners don't look for an easy way out. Winners look for the win. I'm going to repeat it so you understand it, because I know a lot of y'all are like, nah, nigga, winners be looking for shortcuts and that. No. Keep up, pay attention. And I really want you to hear me. Winners don't look for the easy way out. They don't look for the shortcuts. Winners look for the win. I don't care what I gotta do to win. Whatever obstacle it is, if it is a shortcut, guess what? The winner probably already knew about it. He was on it. Nobody had to tell him. You know why? Because he's a winner. He's not going to sit back and wait to see if somebody else can help guide him on the path. Can't do that. I don't got that type of time. I'm a winner. If I got to forge my own path as I go forward, that's what I do. Because I'm not going to stop. I'm a winner. Winners don't stop. Winners don't stop to quit. I'm sorry. See, y'all think it's simple. Y'all think it's easy. Y'all think winners don't endure real deal hardships. They have hardships. They just don't quit. They put forth every effort to overcome everything that they've ever encountered. If I only need a little bit of effort here, then cool. But if I need a whole lot of effort here, then we're going to give it 150%. We're not going to stop. Winners don't stop, they win. Winners don't complain, they win. And winners don't quit. Because they win, baby. You dig? Like, so all that shit that you be doing, the complaining, the procrastinating, the making excuses, the, oh, I ain't got no support, ain't nobody here to help me, and winners not finna do that. Winners gonna be like, oh yeah? Don't worry about that. Let me figure this shit out. And that's what they're gonna do. Because they don't let the one obstacle, the one little hurdle, a couple trials and tribulations, they don't let that stuff stop them. They get to those things and be like, yo, there's some new knowledge I can gain here. Let me figure this out. And they gain that knowledge so they can go forward. And a lot of y'all stop and y'all get stuck and y'all stop going forward. Y'all become quitters because y'all feel like it's too hard to gain that extra little knowledge that you need to go. And you right there. You right there. You literally right there. Let's finish it on up. Okay, so where was we at here? Smoke Gang. Tonight's show is about the people who say they want to win but keep choosing quitting behavior. People who say they want success but do not want the pressure that comes along with it. People who claim they want help but too prideful to ask for it. People who talk like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. People who talk like they'll do the work, but their actions tell you a whole different story, right? Today we're talking about all of the fake effort, all the wasted energy, the pride, all the excuses, and the big difference between needing help and refusing help. So, quitters, most of the time, are too prideful, too stubborn, too in their feelings to want to go and ask somebody for help. Now, if you ask anybody who at the top, they might have had them moments at some point in time, at some point in their life. But guess what? They soon time got over that. Because what they found out is in order to win, if you want to be a winner, if you want to win, sometimes you have to have help. And a lot of quitters are too prideful to go off and ask for help. So instead of asking somebody to show them how to do it or to give them a quick hint or anything like that, they give up. They just stop. They just quit. They literally just quit. And that's why I'm talking about it today, because a lot of y'all might have homeboys, might have homegirls, or might have kids or cousins or family members or something like that, that you know they got this talent. You know they shouldn't quit doing what they're doing, but you didn't notice that they didn't quit. They didn't gave up. Sometimes those people be too prideful and too scared to ask for help because they done been through so much. They done heard no so many times. And some of them ain't heard no at all. They just scared to ask for help, right? So sometimes you got to do your due diligence and you got to step in and be like, yo, I'm here if you need some help. I'm here to support you. I like what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to reignite the fire in some of those people, because being a creative can be draining, can be stressful. It can make you feel at times like, am I even doing the right thing? Am I meant to go forward? Sometimes the little bit of encouragement that creators get from other people is the little boost that they need to go forward. And I'm saying that because I know this is about people not quitting and about how winners don't quit, but sometimes those people that we talking about, they need a little rest. It's not even about them quitting. It's about they've been enduring so long, they don't know that they might need to take a rest. Go relax for a couple, literally, just take a couple days off, come back with a fresh mind, relax, get you some rest. You got this. They might need you to tell them that. Sometimes a nigga might need you to go over there and have a drink with them. Go have a smoke with them. Go out and have a good meal. Go have some laughs. Laughter is the best medicine for anything. We all know that. The point I'm making is sometimes these people, they really need your help. You know what I'm saying? And if they can't get your help the way they need your help, then they might not be able to go forward. And it'll be disappointing to you and them and others who've been watching the whole scene. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all can't be the type of people that's just going to let y'all people just give up. Don't let them give up. Don't let them quit. Always be that extra nudge to make sure they still going forward. Because y'all know me. I don't believe in going backwards, and I definitely don't believe in stopping. So forward we go. You dig? Smoke gang shit. Let's see where we at. There comes a point where you have to pick one. Either you're going to quit and accept what comes with quitting, or are you going to keep going and fight for the win? See, that's the difference. Quitters don't have a fight in them. Winners gon' win. Listen, winners gon' win. Quitters quit, winners gon' win. It's no in between. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all like, no, there's some people stand on the sideline, quitters. They don't have the endurance to do what those winners are doing. They don't even have the endurance to do what the quitters are going to do. They're going to quit the race because they on the sideline. Pay attention to what y'all be saying. Pay attention to what y'all see. Pay attention to the actions people take around you. The actions people take around you tell you the type of people they are. Winners are going to win. They not going to quit. They not going to give up. They going to figure a way out. They going to figure a way around it. If they, again, winners take breaks. They take rest. A winner will take a nap on your ass quick. Take a quick nap. Like, you know, I just needed that good hour. I'm back at it, though. But a quitter will sleep 16 hours on your ass. I'm be like, damn, nigga, you slept all day. Yeah, I was tired. From what? From what? What we talking about here? I know, y'all. What we talking about here? Quitter gonna quit, though. Let's get back to it, though. Where we at? Number one. Quitting is still a choice. A lot of people don't like hearing this, but quitting is a decision. It absolutely is. Quitting is a decision, and it's a decision that a lot of y'all make. Y'all be mad when I tell y'all this, but it's the truth. Quitting is a decision that a lot of y'all make, and y'all don't even care. It's a decision that a lot of y'all be like, yo, I thought I could do this, but I just don't see myself finishing it on. I don't see myself finishing. Because y'all don't mind quitting. That's what quitters do. Quitters literally don't mind quitting. They don't mind giving up on things that they didn't put in all this work, all this effort, all this time. You didn't put in all this work, effort, and time, and now you're going to quit. So that goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier in the breakdown of the scripture of Galatians 6 and 9. The breakdown of the scripture is telling us that the reward comes from the endurance. So the longer you endure, right, the sooner you shall be rewarded. Not to add on to that, the longer you endure, the bigger the reward is. I keep telling y'all that. You have to endure, though. You first have to go through. If you're not going to go through, you won't reap the reward. So, yeah, a lot of people don't like hearing me say that. But yeah, quitting is a decision. You have the people that dress quitting up and call it protecting my peace. Yeah, y'all know them type. Y'all got the men and the women in relationships talking about some, no, I couldn't date them. I had to protect my peace. Well, what they do that was so bad. Oh, that motherfucker wanted me to buy this kind of orange juice. And I'm like, I don't drink that kind of orange juice. Listen, quitters make any excuse to quit. You better remember that. You dig? You hear me? Where we at in this? Right, so they dress up quitting and call it protecting my peace. Sometimes they call it I am tired. Sometimes the people call it no one is there to support me. I'm getting no support from no one. These are all true things, yo. Just keep up with me. Sometimes those same people say it is just not the right time. So those people feel like they ain't getting no support. Those people feel like there's nobody there helping them. Those people feel like all these things is going on in their life. And then they'll come up and slap you with the no, it just wasn't the right time. That's why. It just wasn't the right time. And in the back of your mind, you like, shit, all the time and effort you put in that, if it ain't the right time, when is it? When is the right time? Let me know. And people don't even know that you be paying attention to them like that. Like, yeah, we pay attention, especially if I want to help you or I want to support you. Like, when people want to help you, when people want to support you, they pay attention to the things that you do. They pay attention to see if you actually putting in the work that you say you putting in. They pay attention to see if you actually rocking out like you say you rocking out, because they don't want to help somebody that's not really rocking out. They can go and find somebody that's really rocking out and help them. And that's how they really feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, where we at? Sometimes those same people say it is just not the right time. But in those situations, make sure y'all hear me clearly. In those situations, and many others like it, it is just quitting. It's literally just quitting. It's just giving up. It's literally just saying like, yo, fuck it, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know, man. It's literally giving up on everything. It's just quitting. Right? We have to be honest enough to know the difference between resting and quitting. That's what I was just telling y'all. Winners, they rest. They take breaks. They go for sabbaticals. You know what I'm saying? People do these things because they be drained. They be tired. They be exhausted. It be heavy. You know what I'm saying? The hardships get heavy sometimes. So people take sabbaticals. They take breaks. They go on vacations and things like that. They take a rest. But they do not quit. They take a rest, but they don't quit because they're not quitters, right? So they're going to go take a rest. They're going to go on a sabbatical. They're going to go clear their head. They're going to go relieve some stress, some pressure, some weight. And then they're going to come back. And the hardship that was hard, not even going to be hard to them no more. Because after they done went and relieved themselves, they didn't got to think about it clearly. They didn't got to get a few different new informations, a few different new knowledges, a few different new understandings of what they had going on. Now they ain't tired no more. Now they feel refreshed, energized, and ready to jump right back in it because they winners. They don't quit. You cannot quit and win at the same time. You have to pick one. You cannot quit and win at the same time. Pick one. I'm telling you the truth. Like, you either have to be all the way in and say, listen, I'm never going to give up on me and nothing that I got going on, or you may as well give up on yourself now, because if you're going to quit on one thing, you're going to quit on a lot. Believe it when I tell you. Smoke ain't shit. Forward we go. Resting means you pause so you can come back stronger. Quitting means you gave up and started creating excuses to make it sound wise. Listen, don't be mad at me because I'm trying to give y'all some game about why y'all life ain't going the way y'all want it to go. You got to be a full-blown Stonehenge. Can't shit stop me. Okay, number 2. Pride, fake effort, and complaining will kill the win. Remember I told y'all this, pride, fake effort, and complaining, it will kill your win. You cannot win with a bunch of pride, a bunch of fake effort, and a bunch of complaining. There's no way you can get a win out of that. There's no way no one can get a win out of that. And the reason why is because they're using too much energy complaining, crying, and putting in fake effort. You have to put in real effort. You can't complain and cry about the work that need to be done. You gotta put in the work and endure the hardships. Okay, let's finish. Some people need help, but being prideful stops them from asking. Then the person will sit back mad like no one cares, when the truth is the person never asked. That same person that'll get mad at you, right? Because they need help. And they might think you know how to do it, but they ain't asked you for no help. And you know when you was doing it, you was like, shit, I didn't ask for no help because I knew I was going to figure it out. But they not you. And they not going to figure it out. So now they mad at you because they like, you should know that I ain't going to be able to figure it out. Well, how should I know that you ain't going to be able to figure it out? Like, why should I just know this? Like, why should I just know this? Right? Like, why should I just know this? People should know that you don't just know stuff. Correct? If you need help, you gotta ask for help. Because people don't know that you need help unless you ask. Smoke ain't shit. So, then, the same person will sit back mad like no one cares when the truth is the person never asked. Then you have the people who claim they will do the work, but their actions tell you they're not. They not doing the work. They not gonna do it. They not putting in. They don't want to put in the work. Like they quitters. Quitters don't like to have to put in the extra effort. They don't want to put in the extra couple hours, the extra couple minutes, the extra couple seconds. They don't want to do nothing extra. Quitters want to be done right now. Listen, I'm done. I quit. I'm through. Finished. You got it. Right? Then you have the people who claim they will do the work, but their actions tell you they're not. Talking as if they are locked in, but their movement tells you they have already quit. Just that simple. You can look at a person, how they act, what they doing. You can see how they movements. A person's movements tell you whether they in it to win it or if they done already gave up. All you gotta do is pay attention to what they look like, what it really look like. Using their energy, complaining, being mad, blaming people for their lack of actions, and explaining why something cannot work. All that wasted energy. Wasted fucking energy. Instead of doing those things, use that same energy to think, plan, strategize, get help, or find another way. If those people that did all that complaining, all that crying, all that whining, or making all those excuses, anything, all those people that have all that lack of action, if they was to put that same energy that they put into doing all those things, they will probably have a business. I'm not lying to you, because when you put more energy into complaining and whining and crying and not action, you're just wasting your energy. You literally wasting your energy, and you talking to the universe like, yo, I'm a quitter. Right? You cannot say you want to win while your pride, excuses, and actions tell people different and work against you. You cannot say you want to win. You cannot say you want to go forward. You cannot say you want the best things out of life if you're too prideful to ask for help, if you're making excuses every time you come to a hurdle, if every time something is dire, and need to be done, your actions say, oh no, I ain't doing it. You got to stop telling people you want to win. Because you against yourself. You're not a winner. You're a quitter. And you know it. So until you change your mindset and become a winner, you're going to always be that way. Number 3, helping others matters, but do not carry quitters. That's right, I said it. Helping others matters, but do not carry quitters. Huh? That's right. Helping others matters, but do not carry quitters. Helping people is about building community and networks. Flat out. If you get stuck in a situation, you have to build you a community. You have to build your network. You have to find somebody that's not stuck, that know how to do it. Get some information from them so you won't be stuck no more, and you can learn how to do it, and then you can do it. So helping others is really about building communications and networks and communities, right? You cannot live selfish, never helping and supporting no one, never showing up for others, and then expect everyone to run when you need help. How can you expect for people to want to help you when you never show up for nobody else? You never put forth the effort to support them in their ventures or nothing that they got going on, but yet and still you want them to put forth effort to help you. Now you want them to drop everything that they're doing because what you need now is help, and that's the most important thing in the world to you. But it was, oh, I'm a little busy right now, I can't come and help you right this second, when it was them. So y'all have to start paying attention. A lot of y'all want people to do stuff for y'all, but y'all won't put in that same effort for them. So I'm gonna explain why that's so important. Because a quitter don't want to put forth the effort for someone else. But a winner is literally putting forth the effort for them and everybody who they care about. It's never just, y'all got to listen, winners are never doing the work for just themselves. Winners aren't selfish. Winners are not the type of people that's just like, yo, it's just me, 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 me. Like, winners believe in having a team. Winners believe in having a community, a network. They believe in having others around to help them celebrate the victories because they're winners. Losers, on the other hand, they don't want people around. They always think everything is about them. They always feel like if you can't help them or can't do something for them, then what is the purpose? That's why they're losers. And that's the difference between losers and winners. Because a winner, not only is they going to help themselves, but they will help themselves. They will help other people. They will help other people help other people because they winners. They're not going to stop. That's not what they do. They're not going to quit. They're not going to put in the best effort just because it's not for themselves. But a quitter, oh man, I ain't doing this shit. This shit ain't for me. Fuck, I'm doing this shit for. You a fucking quitter. But you cannot live selfish, never helping and supporting no one, never showing up for others, and then expect everyone to run when you need help. There's a big difference between helping someone who is putting forth effort and working on being better and helping the person who has given up. It's a big difference between helping the person who is actually putting in the effort, putting in the work, who's actually not giving up on their goals. They just working through the hardships. They're working through the struggle, whatever the case might be. They're doing what it takes, right? But they're not giving up. So it's nothing wrong ever with helping that person because they ain't gave up yet. But helping the person that has given up. Helping the person who has given up, man. You can't help a person that's given up because it'd be like you'll just be throwing your efforts out the window because they don't care. They done already gave up. No matter how much you do for them, no matter how much you pour into them, no matter how much you give them, they don't care. It's over. It's done. They done already quit. Help the person who is fighting. Flat out. You help the person who is putting forth the effort, who's showing you. Show support to the people who are moving and working on something. Yes, the people who are actually doing something, who they showing you like, no, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. The people who be like, no, listen, I got an idea. You help and support those people. You don't just help and support the people that's just like, yo, I need some help, man, because I just need some help, man. Well, what happened to what you had going on? Oh, man, I ain't been doing that stuff in a while. Why not? What happened? Oh, it just wasn't for me no more. I just said I'll just figure out something else. Oh, okay, I feel you. All right, well, shit, no, I got to shoot a move. I'll call you and I'll let you know. I don't even want that energy on me. I don't want that energy by me. Nowhere near around me. I don't want quitters' energy near me. I'm being honest. Pour into the person who is maturing and ready to grow. Do not let someone drain you at the same time refusing to grow and do the work. You only pour into people who are ready to grow and do the work. If these people ain't ready to grow and do the work, if they're not maturing, if they're not actually putting forth the effort, ain't no use in helping them. Because they just draining you. They literally there just to drain you. So, Smoke Gang, the question is simple. What do you want to do? You want to quit or you want to win? It's just that simple. Do you want to quit or do you want to win? But you cannot do both at the same time. You can't. It's impossible. If you are tired, rest. Get some rest. People need some rest sometimes. You tired, go get you some rest. If you are confused, go get some help. Don't be too prideful to ask for help if you are confused. You need some help. Go talk to some people that know what they're doing and get some help. Ain't nothing wrong with going to ask for help. I promise you. If you made a mistake, learn from it. Every millionaire and billionaire in the world has made a mistake and they've all had to learn from them. Trust me, I'm learning as I go right now. Building as we fly. Smoke Gang shit is just how I go. Before we go. If you're stuck, think of another route. It's always a different option. There's always another way. Don't ever get stuck and think it's not another way. It's definitely a different way. And you can find it. You can figure it out. All you got to do is focus on the problem at hand. You can solve it. Trust me. And if you are scared or nervous, pray and move forward anyway. Don't let it stop you because you might be scared or nervous to go into the unknown or because you feel like you're finna step into a situation that you ain't never been in before. Sometimes it takes us to step into the unknown in order for us to grow into the person that we're meant to become. Do not sit there blaming, complaining, quitting, and acting like life stole something from you. You can't be that type of person and think you can be a winner if you blaming other people, you complaining about how life not going your way. If you putting all this energy into all the negative thoughts that you can have, you can never win. You will never win. I'm just, listen, winners don't quit and quitters don't win. Okay? No. That's it. Sometimes the door never closes and you stop going forward to go through it. So you have to pick one, quit or win. At the end of your choice, do not lie to yourself and act like quitting is the same. At the end of your choice, do not lie to yourself and act like quitting is the same thing as having faith, wisdom, and strategy. Because in due season, you will reap if you faint not. If you have faith, if you have wisdom, and if you don't quit. So, I want to thank everybody for coming out, joining me today for Smoking with the King. I do Smoking with the King each and every Friday at 4:20 Eastern Time. For those who was here, forgive me, I was 2 minutes late. I made it my 2 minutes, of course. I always do. I love y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all for coming out, joining me, and enjoying the show. I hope y'all really gained something from what I gave y'all. And like, share, comment, subscribe. Listen, y'all, I need all the support I can get. I'm not scared to ask for support. I need all the support I can get. I am building this on my own. I'm literally doing all this on my own. All the equipment I got, old equipment that I had, like nobody bought it for me. It's stuff that I bought a while back, things like that. Like, I need all the support I can get. So, I'm still not going to stop. Like, I'm going to keep going regardless. But, you know, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the knowledge that I be giving y'all or whatnot, support the King, man. I appreciate it. You understand? So, I definitely love you guys. I will be here next Friday. I'm going to always put on a great show, and I'm going to always give y'all some real knowledge, some real juice. So with that being said, I definitely love you guys, and I will see you guys next week. God bless. Great day. Smoke Gang. We are gone.